The US to Europe brain drain is now fully underway. Back in February, if you see my videos, I did a video on American scientists come to Europe. I was hearing the stories about what was going on with American science, what Trump and his gang were doing. And I was saying, come to Europe, you will be valued in Europe. Europe is going to be building in this space as well. And it's going to be um, the best global hub for science going forwards. And I had predicted even before that there would be big brain drains from the US to Canada and to Europe primarily. And now it's on, and now it's fully on. And I can see that the European Commission have now picked this up and are fully aware. There's a Politico article that just came out yesterday, I think it was, talking about exactly this. The European Union is now saying freedom of scientific research is going to be written into its structures. This notion that Europe should have at its core this guarantee of fundamental intellectual freedom, just like we have guarantees of human rights written in there, guarantees of citizens' rights, whether that's the utilization of the European Court of Justice to take your government to court, or guarantees of free movement and other fundamental rights. The fundamental rights around scientific research and not to be persecuted by the kind of things that Donald Trump is using is getting written in there. And a lot of European universities are also desperately trying to find ways to open up their doors and set up new mechanisms to bring in American talent that is fleeing from American universities. And if you think about it this way, now that Donald Trump is, and this goes beyond the scientific shutdown, the chasing off of foreigners, the antagonism towards universities in general, and intellect and learning in general, there is also the fact that American tech companies, even the largest, are under duress in the country because they can't guarantee getting the supplies and having the links that they need to operate in the rest of the world because of Trump's stupid tariffs. So America is suddenly no longer a good place to be setting up a business. So think of all the global talent that has by default gone to America, plus all the talent latent in America that does not want to contribute their talent to a country run by the likes of Donald Trump, Vance, and Musk. There is going to be a massive brain drain going on. And where does talent most likely want to lend its talent to in the current world? Well, Europe as a whole is still that bastion of human rights, of the international rule of law, of multinational science hubs through the Horizon program, and now of defense of all of these through the challenge that it faces from Trump and from Putin. And so that's why the defense spend is going up hugely as well. Hundreds of billions are going to be invested there, which is why the European defense stocks are shooting right up. So people are going to be disinvesting from American tech companies and investing in European defense stocks. And European science is going to be getting a massive shot in the arm too. And probably if you can bring in the Draghi reforms, the Mario Draghi reforms to Europe, European startup and innovation environment too. Just at the time when the UK is thinking about going back to the EU, Norway is thinking about joining the EU, Iceland is thinking about joining the EU, Moldova and Ukraine do, and Canada wants to be working more closely with the EU, and probably Australia and New Zealand want to, like many other places in the Commonwealth, shore up links with Europe as a whole. So this is where I think the new excitement is going to be, And I reckon that Americans who do not want to support the likes of Trump and do want to support everything that is European values and European guaranteeing of international law and the right frameworks and the defense of what is good in this world, probably want to get themselves to Europe quickly, because there is going to be a renaissance there, a new renaissance, I think, is going to happen in Europe.